everybody, and welcome to Zaffa Geek. My name is Bosvark, and today I'm going to do a bit of grunting or ranting, if you will. But before I do that, let me just tell you about the game you are seeing, and then tell you a couple of things about myself Firstly, the game you are seeing is called The Swapper, a lacquer 2D puzzler, if you will, in which you solve puzzles by creating clones of yourself and sometimes swapping yourself out with one of the said clones. This game is created by a studio called Facepalm Games, and upon my first playthrough I completed it in about 4 hours. This game is really immersive, and I can't really tell whether it's because of the music, or as you learn later in the game, because of the consequences of the swapping device. As always, the link to the game will be in the description below, and I do really recommend it. It's a brilliant fucking game. Secondly, the bit about myself, okay? I am not a morning person, unless I wake up next to a beautiful girl, or when I have to go to work. But to be totally honest, when I do have to go to work, I force myself to be a morning person. Seeing that I am currently unemployed, and the last time that I woke up next to someone beautiful was over 2 years ago, today, I got woken up by kids screaming. Which is kinda natural for their young age, but it is a really cuck way to wake up at 5:30 in the morning. Now that I have gotten that off my chest, and somehow given you some background information, let's get on with the ranting, shall we? So what happened is, a couple of days ago, I found myself in a social situation where I met a fellow gamer. We obviously started talking about games, and before I continue, this is the current generalized situation in South Africa. My opinion, of course, you shouldn't misconstrue this as fact or whatever. The current situation in South Africa is, if you are not playing Dota 2, then you are playing one of the modern military shooters out there. Now, I don't fall in either category, because I believe that I grew up at a time in PC gaming where you either played single player or you went to LANs. So, this guy asked me whether I play Dota 2 or not, and I told him that I have given it a try for 2 weeks, and it was not to my liking. To which this fucking bastard basically replied, or insinuated if you will, that I do not have the necessary intelligence to play Dota 2. Now here is the question. How the hell is that a valid argument? If, by his Dorner's reasoning, Dota 2 is for intelligent players, then FPSs should be for fit and healthy players. You know, those healthy players healthy people that have six-pack abs, they're athletes and whatnot. Now please note that during those 2 odd weeks of me playing Dota 2, I racked up close to 100 hours of the game. I wasn't necessarily good at it, but I had fun playing it. And for the past month, Dota 2 have been poking me with a stick, begging me to play it. I probably will eventually return to it when there's nothing else for me to play. And back to the guy, I mean, is he so intimidated by the fact that I'm a gamer that doesn't play Dota 2? I love playing games, both online and single player. I would give every game a try that I can get my hands on. Hell, at one stage me and a couple of friends had a game's finish list, and if I remember correctly, I had somewhere around 200 games on that list, both on consoles and PC. Yes, WoW Burning Crusade is on that list too. This person is a lot younger than me, so I can forgive his immaturity and lack of argumentative skills. But then I had instances where people older than me told me that Mass Effect 3's multiplayer is not as good as EVE Online's multiplayer, and that ME3 basically sucks. That's 2 different bloody games, you little poopola, damn it! So, okay, let me take a breather. So, I guess immaturity does not discriminate against age. When I don't like a game, and by not liking it, I include the possibility that it might also be too difficult for me to play, I will at least spend 2 hours trying the game out before making up my mind. If Dota 2 fell in that category, then I wouldn't have racked up the odd 100 hours in that game. I am currently playing Warframe, Neverwinter Online, Magicka, Borderlands 2, even though I slightly hate Borderlands 2, Dungeon Land, and, well, you get my point. Maybe the guy was intimidated by the fact that the range of games that I'm playing was so huge. Maybe it was the awesomeness of my beard. Or maybe it was the fact that I just laughed at him when he tried to insult my intelligence. I personally believe it was my beard. After all, a man does not grow a beard. The beard grows a man. In conclusion, don't feel intimidated by the fact that I'm not playing a game that you love. Do not try and go on the offensive when I'm not playing your game. It says a lot about you when you try and attack the intelligence of another person. I love playing games. It's probably been one of the only and biggest constants in my entire life. I have been a gamer for more than 20 years of my existence. We are gamers. We share the same hobby. Let's talk about it. And I can assure you that if I did not play a game you mentioned, the chances are pretty good that I will be giving it a try as soon as possible. If you're going to be argumentative about a topic, please, for the love of all the known Discworld gods, support your argument by stating your facts. That's me done for the day. My rant is finished. My name has been Bosvark, and until Friday, you should have a good one.